We have now learned that Jared Kushner, Donald Trump's son-in-law, made a deal with Russia for ventilators during the coronavirus crisis in order to be able to say, hey, we've gotten ventilators. We got ventilators. It turns out every single ventilator we got from Russia was faulty, according to a new report. Every aspect of this story is crazy. So first of all, it's crazy that Jared Kushner, Donald Trump's son-in-law, is working in the administration. It's insane for reasons of nepotism. It's insane for reasons of Kushner's incompetence. Then you might remember that at some point in, maybe it was April or May, I don't know, they trotted out Jared Kushner to do a coronavirus press briefing, and it went horribly wrong. We never saw him again. This was the briefing where Kushner dropped this Kafka-esque line of, you know, the ventilator supply is our supply. It's not the state's supply, which is like, you know, what we discussed that in detail at the time. It was indecipherable evil genius. And we never saw him again at the press briefings. But even more importantly, some of the things that Kushner was doing were laughably counterproductive. So, for example, Kushner organized getting a shipment of ventilators from Russia to the U.S. in late March. They were faulty. They didn't work. Andrew Cuomo got some of them. Other officials got them. And they started seeing supplies come in from Russia. And they were wondering, why are we getting Russian supplies? And the ventilators were faulty. Jared Kushner was able to hurry up the delivery of faulty ventilators because he has a personal relationship with the CEO of a Russian sovereign wealth fund currently sanctioned by the United States. So another insane detail. Kushner got us faulty ventilators more quickly by doing business with a Russian dude who's currently under sanction by the United States. Every aspect of this is insane. Then they gave the ventilators to officials in New York and New Jersey, including Andrew Cuomo. The officials said these don't work. And initially they said, well, it's just that there's a voltage issue because these are Russian ventilators. Once we fix the voltage issue, it'll be fine. Turns out that wasn't true. The ventilators were completely faulty. And this would be a comedy of errors if people's lives weren't depending on it. The shipment from Russia, listen to this insanity. The shipment from Russia came with other supplies that weren't even hospital supplies. Like, for example, Trump talks about getting gloves. We're talking about surgical gloves, medical grade gloves. Russia sent us household cleaning gloves. Understand that, okay? Just household cleaning gloves. And Russia billed the U.S. $600,000 for those gloves. In the middle of a 100-year pandemic, for which Donald Trump was completely unprepared, he starts buying faulty, incorrect medical supplies from Russia. Now, there are also reports of more than $50 million worth of contaminated coronavirus tests from the United Arab Emirates. So the reason we elected this guy was supposedly that a businessman would do really well running the country. Now, Trump is a failed businessman, okay, but this is how it all works. And quite frankly, this is all seeming more like money laundering than anything else. Now, back to the Russian ventilators for a second. Russia sent us 45 faulty ventilators around April 1, which we paid for. We later heard news that the Trump administration was sending Putin 200 of our ventilators as part of foreign aid. Like, we just gave them to him. So think about that. We buy 50 ventilators or 45 ventilators from Russia, which are faulty, and then we give them 200 of our ventilators, which work well. This is how a businessman runs the country. Is it money laundering? Is it embezzlement? And this is just one story among hundreds like this in this administration. We may never know the full reality of it. And you know what? If we get rid of them, I don't care if we never know the full reality of every single one of these stories.